Have you ever just looked up at the stars and really wondered, what's the end game? Not just for us, but for everything, for our entire galaxy. Well, today, we're going to take a pretty wild journey, billions of years into the future, to see the spectacular and kind of lonely fate of our cosmic home. It's a question that honestly sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but the answer is very real and it's absolutely epic. It involves a colossal collision, the birth of a brand new galaxy, and eventually a profound and unbelievable isolation. So let's get right into it. All right, so to understand where we're all headed, you first got to get to know the neighborhood. We live in what astronomers call the local group. Think of it as a small cosmic cul-de-sac of galaxies that are all gravitationally tied together. And in our little corner of space, there are two heavyweights. In one corner, you've got us, the good old Milky Way. She's a beautiful spiral home to maybe 200 billion stars, which is nothing to sneeze at. But then you look across the way and you see our neighbor, Andromeda. And this thing, it's a monster. It's packing around 1 trillion stars. It's way bigger, way more massive. And here's the kicker, it's headed directly for us. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. 2.5 million light years? That is an absolutely mind-boggling distance. I mean, the light from Andromeda that you see in the sky tonight actually left that galaxy before modern humans even walked the Earth. But here's the thing about gravity. It doesn't care about distance. It is incredibly patient, and it is relentless. So, let's be clear. When we say collision, don't picture some kind of cosmic car crash. This isn't about destruction. It's much better to think of it as a cosmic dance, a gravitational embrace that was set in motion literally billions of years ago. And here's how it's going to play out. Right now, we're closing the gap at about 110 kilometers every second. Fast forward about 4.5 billion years. That's when the outer edges of our galaxies, these huge invisible halos of gas, will start to touch. And for anyone watching, the sky will just erupt with fireworks. All that gas smashing together will kick off a massive wave of new star formation. Then, give it another 1.5 billion years or so, and the dance is over. The two galaxies will have finally become one. Okay, so this brings up the number one question people have. What about us? What about Earth? Are we just toast? Is our solar system going to get smashed in some kind of stellar demolition derby? The answer, which might surprise you, is almost certainly no. And here's why. A galaxy is mostly empty space. Seriously, the distance between stars is so unbelievably vast that it's more like 2 swarms of bees flying through each other. It's a gravitational reshuffling, not a physical crash. The stars themselves, including our sun, will get thrown into totally new orbits, but the odds of 2 stars actually hitting each other are just astronomically tiny. So when all the cosmic dust settles, what's left? What do you call the new supergalaxy born from the union of the Milky Way and Andromeda? Well, astronomers already have a pretty great nickname for it: Milkdromeda. But here's the thing, Milkdromeda won't look like its parents. Forget those gorgeous sweeping spiral arms. The new creation will be a giant elliptical galaxy, basically a huge, roundish blob of stars. Why? Because that furious burst of starbirth during the merger will use up all the available gas. So what's left is a quieter, more mature galaxy, mostly full of older, redder stars. This merger completely rewrites our reality. We'll get that one last, brilliant fireworks show of star formation. The 2 supermassive black holes at the center of each galaxy, they're going to spiral into one another and form an even bigger monster. And our solar system will almost certainly be thrown into a totally new, unfamiliar part of this new galaxy. The view from home will never be the same again. But, and this is a huge but, here is where the story takes a wild turn. Because while our own little cosmic neighborhood is getting all cozy, the rest of the entire universe is doing the exact opposite. It's moving away. And this is where our future shifts from creation to isolation. It all comes down to something called the cosmological horizon. You see, the universe isn't just expanding, that expansion is speeding up. Because of that, the most distant galaxies are flying away from us so fast that they'll eventually be moving faster than light itself. And once that happens, their light can never reach us again. From our point of view, they will just wink out of existence forever. Just take a second to really let that sink in. One by one, every single galaxy that isn't gravitationally bound to us will cross that horizon and just vanish from our sky. That rich, incredible tapestry of countless galaxies we see today, it will all be gone.
And what we're left with is this profound and kind of humbling final picture of our destiny. We will have formed this incredible supergalaxy, this island of stars, only to be left completely and utterly alone in the cosmos.
And this is the essence of it, right here. Our little family of galaxies merges into one, Milkdromeda. And this cosmic island will just be sitting there, surrounded by an endless, empty, ever-expanding void. We will effectively be the only thing left in our entire observable universe. Can you imagine being an astronomer in that distant future? You'd look up into space and you'd see all the stars of your home galaxy, sure. But beyond that, nothing. Just pure, unbroken, eternal darkness. No faint smudges of other galaxies. You'd have absolutely no evidence that anything else ever even existed. So our far-off descendants might live in this unimaginably vast and powerful galaxy, a kingdom of trillions of stars. But they'd also be the most isolated beings in all of history, with no way of ever knowing they weren't alone. It really leaves you with a final thought, doesn't it? What an incredible privilege it is to be alive right now, in this brief moment when we can still see all the neighbors before the lights go out for good.